everyone, my name's Amy and I'm one of the chiropractors at Truro Chiropractic Clinic, and today I just wanted to share with you a basic set of stretches you can do sitting down to keep your spine and hips nice and supple. This is a really good thing for anybody that does spend a lot of time sitting. That can be done daily, a couple times. Say if you have a desk job or travelling a lot. You don't need to have pain to do this. You might be finding that you're a little bit short of breath or feeling a bit lethargic. Maybe you're just feeling a bit stiff because you've been sat down for a couple of hours. But this is still good for anyone having sort of low-grade aching or stiffness in the spine or hips. Although it's not really a good idea to do this if you have been diagnosed with a disc injury in your lower back or are currently going through an episode of acute lower back pain. So sit this one out if that's you. So we are going to jump right in. The first stretch I'm going to show you is for the back of your hip for a muscle called your piriformis. And to stretch this one, what we're going to do is we're going to take one leg over the other, line the ankle up with the opposite knee and support the knee and ankle, keeping the knee bent at a right angle. And we're just going to let that knee drop down as far as it naturally wants to go. Some people's leg might stop here, some might stop here. And from this position, we are going to lift the chest, lift the whole spine to a straight position and arch the lower back. And what that should do is create a nice stretch at the back of the buttock and thigh, maybe into the lower back, opening that out and holding that for 30 seconds. Lovely. Shouldn't be having any sharp pain, any sudden catching, pinching pain with this. A mild ache is okay though as the tissue starts to open at the back of the hip. If you've not got much of a stretch happening, you can increase this by then keeping this ankle planted but starting to cup this knee and bring it towards the opposite shoulder. That's really quite a deep stretch if your back is arching as well. Fantastic. So the next phase of our stretch series for this left hand side, although if you're watching it's your right, is we're going to opposite arm, plant that on the knee, and we're going to stretch out some muscles in the side of your back called your QL and lats. And we're going to start to bring this arm up on the side where we're stretching the hip and just gently, ever so gently, ease our way into a side bend. Trying to get this arm as far away from the hip as possible, not letting the buttock come off the seat. So it's important to keep that sit bone planted on the seat. We're going to hold here for 30 seconds. And I want you to direct your breath into the armpit and into the rib cage and side. Again, no sharp or pinching pain. Should feel just like there's an opening happening. And again, try not to strain the neck here, so not letting it flop up or down, trying to keep the head in alignment with the spine. And slowly and gently coming out of it. We're going to do the other side. What I'm going to do with this one though is show you it from this angle so you've got an idea what's happening in my back. So bringing the knee up and over, supporting at the knee and ankle. Now, like I was saying, quite often when the muscles are tight here is the lower back will just start to slump. So in order to stretch that area at the back of the hip out, we actually need to lift the chest, lift the head and create an arch in this part of the spine. Okay? Holding here for 30 seconds. If you're not getting a stretch and you're quite flexible, like I said, bringing that knee up towards the opposite shoulder. Lovely. And remembering to breathe in every single pose. Breath is probably the key factor in all spinal opening stretches. Finding the breath in that position. And the second phase, I just want you to see the alignment. So this is to stretch out all these muscles at the side of the body, The head is going to be in alignment with the arm, and the spine is like one long straight line, and you're starting, keep hold of that opposite knee, starting to lean away. Again, no sharp or pinching pain in the back when you do this one. A mild ache is fine. Holding here for 30 seconds. Finding the breath in the pose. Breathing into your armpit, breathing into the side body. And slowly coming out. It's really important with every single stretch, every single movement, to go mindfully and slowly in and out of every single one, so that you're not jerking the body or giving it any shock. So the final one we're going to do is for the chest and upper back. So often when we're at a desk or driving, the spine becomes quite compressed and collapsed, which leaves the muscles in quite an unstable position, and it closes off probably one of the most important muscles in the body, the diaphragm. The diaphragm actually attaches to your spine, interesting fact of the day. So what we're going to do to open the diaphragm and the upper back and chest is something that you probably used to do in school when you got a bit bored. So you often see kids swinging back in their chair like this, but we're not actually going to lean into the chair for this one. We're just going to bring fingers spread and just gently hold against the back of the head and allow the head to fall into your hands there. You can interlink the fingers if you want to, and then from here we're going to start to again arch the lower back and try to bring the elbows as far back as the body naturally can, and we're going to take 5 breaths right into here, right into the front of that chest, reversing that collapsed position. A little modification if you have shoulder impingement or frozen shoulder and your arms literally cannot make this position, is to bring the palms up like this at 90 degrees. If that's still not possible, you could just, hands with the fingers spread, bring the arms out as far as they can, level with the spine. And then the other 5 breaths we're going to do is into that rib cage and diaphragm. And what you're going to do is try and breathe to expand this whole waistline with each breath, with the arms in that stretched chest position. 5 breaths. Allowing your head to be supported by your hands, so you're not letting the neck collapse. Fantastic, better than a coffee. Nice bit of oxygen coming into the lungs. So if you have any questions about any of those stretches, please comment below or get in touch with our practice, and I hope you enjoy these. Like I said, you can do these every day when you're sitting, realizing that maybe things have got a little bit stiff, a little bit tight, and it should help keep everything really nice and healthy. Have a great day.